All right, so I wasn't going to really talk about this flag burning shit, but it seems to be such a big drama that I'm going to have to give my 2 cents on it, to be honest, right? It's going to be, it'll probably be a long video because I always make it long because I ramble on forever, and I'll probably find a way to do it about this as well, but it's actually really simple. Trump, let me tell you something, bro. I love you. You're still the best president I've ever seen in my lifetime. Gotta be honest though, it's not that high of a hurdle. You know what I mean? All of the other previous presidents have just been a total disaster, a total disappointment, total shit. So that you are a bit better, actually a lot better than them, is still not that high of a bar. So I still love you. I think you're awesome. There's a couple things you're doing that I don't think are so awesome. And one of these things is trying to fucking make an executive order about burning flags. Okay? Let me tell you something, and let me make it clear to you. I'm almost 50 years old. If I spend my money on anything, as long as it's not alive, like a pet or something, I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. Now, I've never really thought about burning a flag. I've never really wanted to burn a flag. It's not been my thing. I use my mouth and my voice to make my statements. So I don't think that burning a flag sends any kind of particular message that I would want to send. However, now I feel like doing it, right? Now I feel like doing it. A lot of people might say, oh, that's so childish, you're like a spoiled teenager. I'll tell you what, no. I just disregard authority because I'm an adult, right? I went through the stage where my parents made every decision in my life. What I was going to eat, when I was going to eat it, when I was going to go to bed, how I was going to go to bed, what I was allowed to watch, what I wasn't allowed to watch, who I could hang out with, who I couldn't hang out with. And now that I'm an adult, I don't want that anymore. Not from anybody. That's why I'm basically an anarchist. I regard all authority figures that are put into place through voting or bullshit or whatever. They don't speak for me, right? The only reason I follow any laws at all are because I don't want to be in prison forever, because they have the monopoly on violence and they apparently can decide whatever they want. If I have to go to jail, to prison, pay a fine, whatever. So I just weigh out the consequences of what breaking a certain law might be. And I don't give a fuck what they think I should be doing or what they think people should do. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't need them to tell me what's right and wrong, right? Obviously, murder, wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't need any authority figure to tell me that murder is wrong and that I'll be punished if I murder somebody. You know what I mean? But if I have to act in self-defense and thereby kill somebody, I won't think twice. You know what I mean? But there's a chance then that these same authority figures will still put me in prison, right? And this is the reason I don't want to be subjugated by anybody. So whenever anybody that is supposedly an authority, like Trump, tells me I can't do something because he says so, I'm going to do it, right? So now I'm actually thinking about buying a fucking American flag and burning it on camera. Now, I probably won't want to spend the money on it. You know what I mean? But it's actually crossing my mind. Whereas before this, it didn't even occur to me to ever burn a flag for any reason. I don't have any particular thing against it, but I don't have any particular thing for it either. But now I do. Now I'm like, okay, this motherfucker that I believe in, right? Trump, the one that was going to provide more freedoms, less censorship, more free market, better economy, accountability. Still waiting, Donald, still waiting on that. Accountability seems to be a tough one, right? He is now making up shit that he thinks is popular with the base, where now my rights are restricted. How the fuck is anybody in a position to tell me what I can do and not do with my fucking own property? They're not. The only reason they can do shit like this is because people stand for it. Not only do they stand for it, a lot of the people in America, a lot of the people that I like, podcasters, influencers, etc., Congress people that even there's not many I like there, but they're for this. They're like, yeah, we know that the Supreme Court already ruled on this and said that it belongs to free speech, which I also don't agree with, because it isn't speech, right? It's an action. And it's a freedom of expression, okay? I could go there, but it really isn't speech. But anyway, they're like, oh, it's First Amendment's free speech. But we don't think people should be able to do it because of our moral compass. It's just like when I was a kid and the right-wing religious zealots were trying to ban music, put labels on it, basically crucify any child that ever listened to Two Live Crew or some shit like that. They would be like, wow, you would be in big trouble if the school ever found out. They would be calling your parents. And these right-wing Puritan Christian fucking nutballs were trying to take away our rights back then. It was them who were doing the censoring. Then it was doing the morality shit. Well, we're Christians and we believe that you should not be listening to this or watching that or seeing this. Hey, fuck you. Get fucked. And that's my message about the flag burning too. Get fucked, Trump. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Still back you for now. And it's starting to become more difficult. Okay? I'm starting to become relatively disillusioned with the whole political game, because it seems like even Donald Trump can't get rid of the deep state and can't hold people to account. And that was one of the major reasons why I supported Donald Trump, is I wanted to see justice served. And basically for selfish reasons, because if I have to follow a bunch of fucking stupid rules that other people who know nothing about my life, don't care about me, never met him, they get to make a bunch of dumb fucking rules that I have to follow, otherwise this, that, or the other. Well then, hey, if that's the case, I want everybody to be on that train, not just me. And that includes rich people, rich pedophiles, politicians, presidents. This whole no one's above the law shit, I want that to be true. I want that to be true. I face the consequences when I break the rules. You face the fucking consequences when you break the rules. Simple as fucking that. And even Donald Trump can't bring that. Right? That's annoying. So while I support the dude, it is starting to get more difficult because it's taking too long to see accountability. And on top of that, he's going after legal visa holders now as if there's not enough illegal immigrant criminals to deport. Now they got to try to go through people. And what I hear is they're going through their fucking social media to make sure they're not Israel critical. Oh, poor Israel. Oh, poor Israel. Poor Jews. Look, I'm so sick of this shit. Now a legal visa holder, which is me, right? I've got a 10-year visa, so I can go back to visit my parents whenever I want. Now that's in danger because I make videos that criticize the Israeli government that is fucking murdering a bunch of innocent people in the name of we're defending ourselves. Yet 3 years later, after October 7th, you're still defending yourself. The patient is dead, yo. You know what I'm saying? The attacker is dead. No, Hamas is still, we have to get Hamas. In order to do that, we have to murder everybody in the path of Hamas. So, look, I don't give a fuck what you think about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how Israel lovey-dovey you are. I'm not criticizing Jews. I'm criticizing Israel as a government. Not the people that live there, not the people that are subjugated by that government, the government. And I will continue to do so whenever the fuck I want. And if that means that America is going to kick me out or revoke my visa, then fuck you and so be it. You know what I'm saying? No problem. You know? So there's a couple things that Trump is starting to do. I don't know why. I mean, all these things seem so antithetical to what he promised he would do, right? And nobody asked him about this flag burning shit. Yeah, I get it that there's people in the base that are screaming about it because now there's foreigners doing it. I get the sentiment, I get the sentiment. Look. Maybe you should just make a law that foreigners can't burn your flag. There should just be then different laws for non-citizens then. You know what I mean? Because I get it that it's like kind of like when somebody else, when you can fucking make fun of your brother all the time, all day, every day, right? But if some other person does it, you like get pissed at them. You're like, yo, hey, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about, yo? That's my brother. And they're like, well, you just called him a dumb piece of shit. He's like, yeah, but that's my brother. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? But you can't call him a dumb piece of shit or I'll rip off your head. It's kind of like that. So then make it like that, because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? People are not pissed off about all the American citizens that are out there burning flags, because that's not that many of them, right? It's mostly foreigners, right? At this moment, that's what's pissing people off. So Trump thinks it's popular to say, okay, well, we're going to clamp down on these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Just like he thought it was popular to clamp down on college students that supported Israel, like the girl who wrote an op-ed and got her fucking student visa revoked. So that's illegal now too. That kind of shit, this authoritarian type shit, I don't like that, right? I don't like that. So, hey, if it's illegal for me to come to the country because I'm not American, right? If it's illegal to come to the country and it's clarified ahead of time, listen, you are coming to our country as a guest. Flag burning, for example, as one of the list of things. Burning our flag in effigy is not going to be accepted by foreigners in our country. Hey, cool. I can live with that completely, right? I can live with that completely. But then I won't do that. Then I will burn that flag where I live. You know what I mean? If I really want to burn the fucking flag, I'm not going to go to America and then burn it just to make a statement because I'm a foreigner. You know what I mean? I would totally be fine with rules being made up for foreigners and regular citizens that are different. That seems the logical solution. You know what I mean? It's just like the whole drugs debate shit. Oh, so other people can't handle their drugs. Other people steal or rob and kill people for money for drugs. So now what? Now I can't do any drugs because those people are fucking it up? No. Punish those people and leave me the fuck alone. Simple as that. That's the way I would want things to go. You can't make rules for me when I'm not fucking things up. You know what I mean? Make rules for the people that are fucking things up. And since the debate right now in America is not about all the white fucking Christian Americans burning flags, that they want to make that illegal. As a matter of fact, I think that it's only in protest form or when it's like incitement or something. I don't know exactly what the text of his executive order was. But I don't think that people are going to be going to jail if they're at home in their yard and burn a flag and put it on YouTube. Maybe, though, they could. And that's the problem, right? It's unclear. It's unclear who can do it, where they can do it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can't burn somebody else's flag or public property. You know, and that's this shit that I fucking can't stand. Is this arbitrary, we're going to get them on it, but we're not going to get them on it. If Jews do it, it's all right. If the Palestinian people do it, it's not all right. You know what I'm saying? No. It's got to be clear. So if you don't want foreigners burning your flag in America, then make that fucking law, right? I get that. I'd be on board with that, totally. Look, because if I invite somebody into my house, they're going to have to follow my fucking rules, right? And if I don't want them to give my dog scraps from the table, even though they give their dog scraps from the table, then that's what they got to do. If they don't do it, then get the fuck out. If I don't want them wearing shoes in my house, get the fuck out then. If you want to keep your shoes, get the fuck out. So if America wants to make rules for foreigners that are different from the rules of the regular person, hey, go fuck, then cool. But let's go after the actual problem here. So I get all the zealots out there that are like, no, people died to fucking blah, blah. Look. I didn't ask anybody to go die in Iraq or Afghanistan or any shit like that, right? I was not under attack when that happened. Now, I get that America had an attack. It lasted a couple days, you know what I'm saying? And a long aftermath of people dying afterwards from cancers and all kinds of shit. And 9/11 was a horrible time, right? But your government still lied you into a war that lasted way longer than it should have and killed more people than they ever figured it would. And if you would have had a referendum about it, I bet it would have been a no, right? So don't try to guilt trip me into this shit either. Oh, people died for the... No, people died long before Iraq and Afghanistan, right? To give me the freedom to be able to burn the flag. Individual freedom, right? And especially if it concerns something that I spent my money on. If I spent my money on it, it's fucking mine. And Donald Trump or the administration or all the fucking zealots out there can't fucking tell me shit about it. Get fucked. That's my message about the flag burning thing. Don't care who agrees, don't care who doesn't agree. That's how I look at it. And I'm going to say it one more time. I really hope Trump starts going back to following his gut and not so much listening to all the noise on the internet. I think he knows what to do. I think he knows what the people want in general. Go back to following your gut and let's start getting some accountability. And I can look past the flag burning bullshit. You know what I mean? But if this is all we get, is what we're getting right now, I would say it's under par. And you're still the best president I've ever had in my lifetime. Isn't that fucking weird? That's how shit these politicians have been over all these decades that I've been alive. Not one government in one place that I've lived, and I live in a lot of places, people, not one government that I can think of has ever, in the time I've been alive, done anything, one thing, that greatly has benefited the citizenry of the country. You know what I mean? Not one. I asked my parents about it. Anything. Name me one thing. They've lived in all the places I've lived. Name me one thing. Any of these guys. Start with America. Name me one thing. They couldn't come up with anything. My dad came up with, well, they got rid of the draft. That was good. Yeah, I agree. That's good. That's a major thing that greatly benefited the population. I think that's good. Right? But that's it. For my dad's 80. After 80 years, that's it. That's all. One thing that America did, and no, that's it. And that's it. So, yeah, we have a little bit of high expectation from Donald Trump, and that's not his fault. But hey, for me to stay on board of any of this politics shit, I'm gonna have to see Donald Trump do some amazing shit in the direction of accountability. And if that doesn't start happening, I'm just going to lose faith, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I'm just going to lose faith, and then I'm going to go back to basically not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Who's in office, because if Trump can't do it, ain't nobody going to do it. Right? That's basically my stance. But look, Trump, if I wipe my ass with my fucking flag, I'm going to do it. So don't try to be my fucking daddy. Don't try to tell me what I can do with my own shit. And we'll be cool. All right, guys. That's it for today, the Insanity Report. Have a great one. Peace out. And start worrying about important shit. And don't get your panties in a bunch about this flag bullshit. Let motherfuckers just burn it. Who gives a fuck? Okay? It's not a big fucking deal. Stop making it a big fucking deal. Fucking moral crusaders. Jesus Christ.